All right, everybody, please stand for the pledge. Take your hats off. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everybody. No public comment. So we'll move on. Could I get an approval for last month's board meeting?
Minutes?
Minutes, sorry. Yes, the minutes.
I'll make a motion.
Chuck, motion. Second. Terry, second. All in favor, raise your right hand. 4-0. And nothing for ISBA and policy, correct?
Correct.
We'll move on to Morgan.
All right.
You're up.
I just wanted to give you guys an update on where we're at for the Teacher Appreciation Grant, which is the TAG grant. I kind of let you guys know how we were handling that as a school corporation, very, very driven by the state. We were in a lot of guardrails of what we had to stay within. We had 72 total applications, which I think is a big testimony to our teachers and the staff that we have here at Westview. From other curriculum directors I talked to, no one even came close to that many applications, so I just shout out to our teachers that took the time to do that. There were 31 applications that met the eligible criteria and that were put into an electronic lottery. Remember that criteria was set by the state. 8 received tier 1, which was $3,500. 6 received tier 2, which was $5,000, and 0 received tier 3. And then I'll let Kendra talk a little bit about the funds, like what that came out to total wise money.
Yep, we did receive an allocation from the state. It was a little over $70,000. I think Morgan has it in here, $70,814.92. When we took a look at that, we knew easy enough that that would be about 20 people at the tier 1, but we knew that we don't control what everyone applies for. When all is said and done, we were able to do, 14? A combination of tier 1s and tier 2s, no tier 3s. The total cost came to $68,295. That is what we submitted to the state. So it's a little less, but we couldn't give another award because of the difference. I haven't heard any updates. We said that about 2 weeks ago now. So we're just kind of patiently waiting until the funds are distributed to us, and then once we have them, we have 60 days to pay those to our teachers who qualify for them.
And I just want to say before I move on, like how we are so blessed with so many amazing teachers that do amazing things, and really wish this was not the way that we had to do this, but had to follow state guidance on this, and wish we could have given it to more. All done.
Justice not here. Transportation. Yo.
Hey, so we got news that our 2 buses should be able to pick them up in March, so we're excited about that. We probably won't put them on routes right away. They'll have to be inspected through state troopers and all that yet, so we'll probably do it the first of the school year. And I do have a bus driver who passed her test and will start a full-time route on Monday. So we're excited about that.
This Monday?
Yeah, she'll start on Monday, yep. So we're excited about that, but I am still short too because I have one who's leaving on Thursday, or on Friday. So we'll be fine. We're gonna figure this out. And then for buildings and grounds, I have a quick update. I got this from PSI today. They said that the Topeka roof, the fascia now is about 90% complete finally. So we finally had good weather that they could come back. They're hoping to have it all done by next week, and then they will have all of their stuff cleaned up and out of here over spring break. So that's good news. So we're really excited about that. And then, of course, we had the power outage last week, so we just broke Jamie in from the get-go. And we were making big girl decisions. The schools, oh my goodness, Westview and the high school and West Elementary were fantastic. They did such a good job. We kind of staggered it. Ed was great. He kept getting different answers every time we called down there, but he was able to keep us updated. And then the final update was like, hey, we're going to have it here within the next half hour. That was great. The high school got it, but Westview Elementary did not. So we bussed them over here to use the restrooms. But I walked over there, and what is so amazing is they were all still doing work. Like, it was just a normal school day. And a couple of them like, this is so cool, you know, but we kept checking the temperature, everything was fine, and so everyone just worked really well. The bus drivers were great holding all the kids. We had them all come over, staggered them to come in at different times, so they weren't all coming in at once, so we could kind of direct them where they needed to go. But everyone did so good, so I love the people I work with.
Randy?
I don't have anything tonight.
You sure?
I can make some stuff up.
Sure, that's fine. Kendra? Financial.
We had our spring ADM, in other words, our enrollment for the spring this year. It's not technically spring, but that's what they call it, spring ADM. So the net change was 12 fewer kids from the fall. That's typical. We always expect some early graduates. You can see the net changes with who graduated early, who enrolled, who dropped from our rolls. Good news is that it's actually 13 higher than what our estimate was. Our past couple of years' trends has been 25 fewer from fall to spring, so we were only 12 fewer. So that was good news. We did just certify our spring ADM today with the DOE. Any questions on
All those like early graduation or people that graduated early or?
There's 5 who graduated early, 33 new enrollees, and then there was 40 students who dropped.
Good.
That doesn't mean they dropped out of school, it just dropped from our enrollment. Next, this is just for your awareness, we don't need any board action from this, Chad. We have one outstanding check that's over 2 years old that we need to close off of our books. We actually did reach out to MNW Telecom and they indicated that we don't have any outstanding bills with them. So this is just an outstanding check that needs to get cleared. So I'm really proud that we only have one check and it's a vendor check, and compared to a couple of years ago, we had about 14 payroll checks. So we keep on top of that. Michelle does a really good job. We look at everything approaching 90 days. We stay on top of it to keep it within 6 months because we certainly don't want to be canceling a 2-year-old payroll check. So just for your awareness, it's just that one check for this evening. And then I do have a form here that Connie needs signed, so I'll pass that around after the meeting.
Okay.
Let's see what's next. Okay, so retirement plan changes. Now, just to be clear, this is our 401A and our 403B plans. This is not our TERF or PERF. We have nothing to do with the INPERS program. Update on our progress. I actually have we are a week ahead of schedule. The blackout notice was supposed to be sent by February 23rd. I've got everything done today, and it's scheduled to go out on Monday to all of our active participants who are current employees. And then Latitude, who is our third-party administrator, they are geared up to send about 50 notices to inactive participants who have balances in their nationwide account. And then it includes a blackout notice of the timeline when they can't do any more changes with their 401A or their 403B. And then we are in the process of getting everything switched over to Charles Schwab and K-Trade. So that process is going along really well. I can't speak highly enough about our TPA Latitude. They've just been very, very helpful. They actually have a conversion team, and I've been relying on them pretty heavily. So I'm really glad that we have them.
One quick question that came up, but it's more of this one. When Nationwide does they're gonna do the move, obviously, over the transition over. Have they been pretty clear to you on, there's no, like, they're not gonna charge everybody a fee for some odd,
There's no fees.
reason that's in the fine print somewhere that's gonna make people kind of,
What just happened?
yeah.
Good question. No, there are no fees for the conversion. There should be nothing that's assessed on anybody's individual account or our entire plan. Matter of fact, if there's gonna be anything, you're gonna see a reduction on their annual fees.
Right, well, that was good, I just hadn't really asked that question around.
Yeah.
Whether, cause sometimes even the small thing doesn't feel very good to folks, so
Yeah.
we wanna be sure to be aware of that.
There was one thing that I did catch in the fine print. They sent over their DocuSign. Everything's the electronic signatures now. They had everything marked up where we had QDIA, where we had to follow ERISA, but we're a governmental entity. We had just clarified that. You had that question about a month or so ago. So I pushed it back and said, I can't sign this until you fix this. So I did catch that,
Yeah.
and they're in the process of getting that fixed, but that does not hold up any of our transition.
Okay, thanks.
Yep, and this is the timeline that we're following, so where it said February 23rd, we're actually gonna be at February 16th. They have a hard deadline of April 29th to have everything done, but we're on track at least to be a week ahead of that. I also am really excited that we're actually gonna get Corient here. Mark was here last month, he presented to you. He's really excited to get to know who Westview is and meet our people. We have a Google Calendar set up so that he can be at Meadowview for the morning on one of the days and then at the high school on one of the days, and he can do some one-on-one sessions with people. So the next item in my report is a financial planning calendar. It looks a little different than what you're used to. It's a smaller paper, so that's great.
I was wondering.
I love visual aids though, so I really like where we are right now with this, and thank you, Dr. Carroll, for supporting me and getting this in front of you guys. So we're just gonna keep an update on this as we go through our budget process. Right now, we're living obviously in 2026, but we're already gearing up for what 2027 budget looks like. And then the last part of my report is a financial report. I'm gonna start doing this monthly. So in February, I'll do a January. In March, I'll do a February, and so on. Previously, I was doing quarterly reports. It was a lot of big paper, a lot of information. When you're only seeing it every 3 months, it gets a little testy. So I want to have this in front of you every month. These are reports that come right out of my software. They're new, probably something that you're not familiar with seeing. So if you guys have questions on what you're looking at, it's always going to be at least these three reports. It's going to be a revenue report, our appropriations, and our fund balance. Chuck, I know that you had shared, you might have a couple questions.
Yeah.
Feel free to let me know,
Yep.
and we can connect. That's really all I have, everybody.
Alright, thank you, Kendra.
You're welcome.
You want to do the action items?
Hey, sure, we have no claims at this time. Section J, we did receive the following donations. We had $4,310.07 from Westview students and staff in the door decorating contest that is being split between Meadowview Student Activities account and Meadowview Blue Student and Staff Needs account. We had $589.50 from First State Bank for fourth quarter school spirit assistance. $100 from Marilyn Faulkner to Topeka Elementary School for school lunch accounts. $1,448 donated from Miller's Food and Grocery in LaGrange for Meadowview Elementary for Frozen Day on January 31st. And $1,000, which was an anonymous donation to Meadowview for Kindness Week for a gift and activities for Meadowview students the week of February 16th through February 20th. So, any questions about any of that? All right, section K, staff recommendations. Do you guys have any questions about staff
You want
recommendations?
to take a motion on I and J? Do you want to do all
Do
of
we
them?
have to do donations?
Should we do all of them at the same time?
Do we need to do more for donations? Do a motion?
Yes.
We do for
I think we
motions?
do,
Okay,
yes.
sorry.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, can I get a approval or a motion for donations that we received?
Or we'll do I and.
I and J.
I and J.
Sorry, claim to donations. Carrie, can I get a second? Second, Toby, all in favor, right hand? 4-0.
Okay, how about staff recommendations? Are there any questions regarding?
Can I get a motion for the staff recommendations? Chuck, second. Toby, second, all in favor, raise your hand. 4-0.
Okay, so we do have some additional action items to be considered this evening. The Westview Junior Senior High School Bake Sale and fundraiser to benefit Bell Cup at Westview versus West Noble basketball game, which did take place on February 5th, so this will be retroactive. And M is junior high gym rental for Vipers softball Sundays in February and March. Get a motion for L and M together.
Okay, can I get a motion for the bake sale and the gym rental?
I'll make a motion.
Toby, can I second? Chuck, all in favor, right hand? 4-0.
And the last one in this section is to move the board meeting scheduled for April 16th to Monday, April 13th at 7 p.m. I will be out of state that day, not able to attend.
Can I get a motion to move the meeting?
So moved.
Carrie, second, Chuck, all in favor, right hand? Any reports?
Sure. So I do want to mention something and congratulate Connie Miller. She works here at the administrative building on her retirement. She's been with Westview for 28 years. She started as a secretary for Shipshawana Scott and then moved over here to the administration building in the accounts payable department. She's been a joy to work with. I've been here for a week and a half and she's just been a pleasure to work with, and I know everyone here will miss her deeply. Her last day with the district will be May 29th, which is the last student day. And we just wish her well in retirement.
Yes, absolutely.
The next thing I'd like to share is I'd just like to congratulate Principal Julie Leppert for being named LaGrange County Educator of the Year. She received this honor, I believe it was January 15th at the LaGrange Chamber banquet. It's a well-deserved honor and it reflects her passion, dedication, and impact on students. Her dedication to education and her exceptional leadership at Westview Elementary consistently sets the standard for excellence across the district. I hear nothing but amazing things about her, so I wanted to make sure I mentioned that. So then the only other thing I'd like to say, I just wanted to share out a little bit of I guess my vision for the district and say a couple of things. I'm truly honored to be given this opportunity to be here with all of you and help lead Westview. You trusted me with a big job and I appreciate it, and I don't take this responsibility lightly. I've spent last week building relationships, spending time with everyone in the administrative office, behind closed door, great conversations. This week I'm building relationships, spending time with building administrators, and I wanted to share that over the next 3 weeks I am going to be in buildings for afternoons and just give staff opportunities to come sit down and meet me and talk with me face to face. I have plans of potentially meeting with community members, going out and meeting with PTOs, and actually, meeting with students as well. So just to kind of take in all of Westview and what it is, and what traditions are here, and what people see as like their vision for Westview, so I can bring it to you. So I do want to say, I know this is a very important time for Westview, and this district has been entrusted with public funds from the state, from local taxpayers, and I make this to be transparent, communicate early, communicate often, and be a respectful steward of everything and of resources. I am working on a staff planning guide right now for the future with building administrators and with the central office staff, and in the near future, one of my next priorities is to start looking at board policies with you and kind of move in that direction and look at some of those things. I have learned very quickly that Westview has a strong tradition of excellence, and I hear that over and over. Like, that is something I hear throughout talking to people. And I always say that excellence is not just something we say, right? It's through action, and it's through what we do. It's through having high expectations, building strong relationships. So I just want to say I'm really excited for the work ahead, and it's truly a great day to be a warrior. So thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, glad to have you.
Yeah, thank you. And I think with that, yep.
Can I motion for adjournment?
That's it.
So moved.
Carrie, a second. Chuck, second. All in favor, raise your right hand. Sorry, Toby.
I yield to Chuck.
Kids in the back, if you need stuff signed, any one of us four